Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Dhwani and I'm back this week with the short story series by Storyscape Studio. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so and press the bell icon to not miss any of my updates. So without wasting any time, let's move on into the video. So guys, last time I spoke about one of the Trinity who is Brahma. If you guys haven't seen my video, I'm going to put the link in the description box below. The story about Brahma and Shiva as well. So please do have a look at it if you haven't already. A quick recap, in Hinduism or the Hindu mythology, we have the Trinity, which is Brahma, the creator, Vishnu, the caretaker, and Shiva, the destroyer. So today I'm going to be talking about the last Trinity, which is Vishnu. And the reason why I left Vishnu for last is because the Vishnu Puran is one of the largest Purans. To start off the story of Vishnu, I think the best thing is to talk about Dashavatar, which is the 10 avatars of Vishnu. Before we begin, I'd like to quote a small verse from Goswami Tulsidas, and it goes like this. जब जब होत धर्म की हानि, जब जब होत धर्म की हानि, सुर उपजय नर मुनि ज्ञानी. Which basically means whenever there is harm to righteousness, God is born as man, saint or philosopher. That's exactly in a nutshell what Dashavatar or the 10 avatars of Vishnu are all about. I'm going to be talking about one avatar at a time because it's going to be impossible to cover all 10 in one episode. But before we begin with the first avatar, I'd like to tell you guys the 10 avatars of Vishnu. And since I'm a Bharatanatyam dancer, I think it will be a little interesting for me to show you guys the symbols for each of the avatars that we have in Bharatanatyam, that is in classical dancing. So let me show you the 10 avatars. Matsya avatar, which is a fish. Kurma avatar, a tortoise. Varaha avatar, a wild boar. Narsimha avatar, half lion, half man. Vaman avatar, a dwarf. Parshuram, one with the axe. Ramachandra avatar, the perfect man or the complete man with the bow. Balram, one with the plow or one with power. Buddha, the hermit. And Kalki, half man, half horse. You guys must be wondering why Krishna is not part of the 10 avatars. So I have taken Shri Jaydev Goswami's version of the 10 avatars. Krishna is not part of the Dashavatar is mainly because Krishna is considered to be a Purna avatar. Though some parts or some cultures do believe that Krishna is part of the Dashavatar, and hence they replace Buddha with Krishna. So guys, these were the 10 avatars. I'm going to be taking the first avatar, which is the Matsya avatar. Matsya avatar was basically an avatar of Vishnu in the form of a golden fish with a horn. I'm going to be telling you what the avatar does and why it was born. So let's start with the story, guys. I'm really excited. Eons ago, Vishnu decided that the world needs cleansing. The civilization or human era needs to start. And for doing that, he decided that a huge pralay or a crisis will land on earth in the form of floods, incessant rains, oceans overflowing, so on and so forth. And that will mark the beginning of a new era. Hence, to start off with the new era, one needs guidelines. Vishnu instructed Brahma to write down the guidelines. Brahma took down the task and he started writing the guidelines to start the new civilization. The guidelines were known as Vedas. So he started writing the Vedas. Obviously, it took quite a long time to jot down all the Vedas, to write all the guidelines. Finally, Brahma was done. He finished the guidelines and he took a little nap. He rested for a while. That is when there was an Asura by the name of Hayagriv or Hayagriv Asura. He appeared and he stole the Vedas from Brahma and went to the bottom of the ocean and hid there. Brahma woke up and he realized that the Vedas were lost. He was scared, he was afraid and angry. Who stole the Vedas from him? That's when he realized it was Asura who stole the Vedas and is now hidden at the bottom of the ocean. Brahma knew that the Pralay was imminent. It was arriving soon and the Vedas had to be retrieved back immediately. He went to Vishnu and he told him the entire story and begged him to help him out. That's when Vishnu decided to take things in his own hand and he devised a master plan. He took the form of a small fish and went on earth. On earth, Manu, who's known to be the first man or the first king, he was near a lake and he was drinking water. That is when the small fish came in front of him and begged Manu, "Hey Manu, please help me from the bigger fishes. Please save my life." Manu took pity on the fish and he transferred the fish to a big bowl and took him with him. Slowly, the fish's size began to grow. That's when Manu decided to transfer it to a bigger bowl. The fish again grew. He transferred it to a fountain. The fish grew again in size. Slowly, the fish outgrew the fountain, the lake, the sea, and the ocean. That's when Manu realized that this is no ordinary fish. This is some or the other god who's come to test him. And that's when Vishnu appeared in front of him. And he instructed Manu that there was going to be a pralay in 7 days. And in order to save the entire living creatures living on earth, Manu had to build a boat large enough to carry Manu, to carry all the medicinal herbs, seeds, the Sapta Rishis or the 7 saints, and Vasuki, the king of reptiles, along with all the animals. Manu started with the task immediately. Vishnu then took the form of the fish with the golden horn and he went into the ocean in search of Asura. There was a fight that ensued and finally Vishnu managed to steal the Vedas from him. There's also a small story behind this because Asura had a boon in which he could not be killed by any weapon that is dry or wet. So, you must be wondering how Vishnu killed him, right? Remember, the Pralay was coming. The Pralay, why did the Pralay took the form of rains or ocean overflowing? Why not volcanoes? This was also a part of the master plan by Vishnu. So, Asura was killed by the foam created by the waves. Interesting, isn't it? Because the foam is neither wet nor dry. And that is how Asura was killed and the Vedas were given back to Brahma for safety. Parallelly, Manu and the boat in which all the living beings were there, the boat started to sink because the water was overflowing. Vishnu again, Matsya avatar, came to the rescue. Matsya avatar told Manu to tie Vasuki's tail. Vasuki is the king of serpent, hence a serpent. He told to tie Vasuki's tail on his horn. That is how Matsya acted like an anchor for the boat. And that is how Manu and everyone else aboard were brought to safety by Matsya avatar. After the waters receded, Matsya took all of them at the bottom of Himalayas. And that is where the start of the new civilization occurred. Hence, Manu is known to be the first king of humankind. Quite an interesting story, don't you feel? Again, little fun fact, the Dashavatar, if you notice, also follows the evolution. The first living organism was found in water, which is an amoeba. And that's how the avatars also developed. Right from Matsya avatar, who can live underwater, to Kurma avatar, which is a tortoise, who can live both in water and on land. Then to a Varaha avatar, which is a wild boar, who can only live on earth, on land. Moving to Narsimha avatar, half man, half lion, evolution towards man. Then to Parshuram, a aggressive version of a man. Moving to Ramchandra, the perfect version of a man. Balram, again, a perfect version of the man. Moving towards Buddha, a patient, calm and a philosopher or a hermit version of a man. And then to Kalki, which is again going back to half man and half horse. So if you notice, there are several beliefs. One of the belief is that after the Kalki avatar, earth will be destroyed. There'll be no trace of earth in the universe. And there are also other beliefs which say that it's a circle of life and death, right? So these avatars are also part of the circle, and after Kalki there's going to be another avatar which will then draw back to Matsya. Another fun fact, if you guys notice, the story of Manu, the story of Matsya is very similar to Noah's Ark in Genesis, which is found in the Bible. So it's an interesting thought, but Noah's Ark in the Genesis, the same thing is also found in Quran, and the same thing is found in Hinduism as well. So you can see all the religions somehow have some relation to each other, which is food for thought for everyone. And it just comes to see that we are not that different as we think to seem that we are, isn't it? So that's it for this time, guys. I hope you found this interesting. Do let me know your thoughts and comments as well. I'll be coming next week again with another story from the Dashavatar, the story of Kurma avatar, and this story is going to have Shiv, Vishnu, Asuras, Devas, everyone. So it's a very interesting story, and I'm very excited to narrate it to you guys. So wait for me next week. I'll be coming again. In the interim, do follow me on Instagram in the name of Storyscape Studio. Do subscribe to my channel, and do like, comment and share with everyone you know. Do press the bell icon to not miss any of my updates. Thank you so much for listening, guys. Take care. Bye bye.